Ah, man, slow motion, brother.
Yeah, thanks for...
Is that me? You know it. I heard what you said. What's up with you, brother? Hey, Shauna. Call me back. What'd you say, Black? Yeah, I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. Hold on. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm good. What's good? Oh, man, slow motion, brother. Slow motion, man. What's up with you? Man, you know how it is. Let's take care of them kids, man. Trying to be the best me I can be. Right. Well, man, we appreciate you doing this interview for us, man. I'm gonna let Slam introduce himself to you. I'm sure y'all have already had talkings and things of that nature, but we appreciate you doing this for us, doing it for the blog and sharing your experiences. And as we know, you're as close to than most people. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah. Like Tim said, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to do this, man. So I'm gonna get started here. First off, for those who don't know, since you released the autobiography of Benjamin Bush back in '07, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to.
Again, man, for the most part, I just been chilling. I don't want to say chilling, man. I still do like a lot of live stuff. Just getting more into just doing music, not just being like, trying letting society or just anything label me, just doing music.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. So for that, what kind of music have you been working on since you released the autobiography? I got a gospel project that I'm in the process of releasing. We're going national with. I've been doing a lot of just gospel stuff, man. Just let you know, man. It's music, man. I just, what I'm saying. I feel like it's a gift from God. So, it ain't just hip hop or R&B. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of country rock, just staying busy.
Yeah.
Right, doing music in general. Yes, just doing music in general, man. Whatever feels good.
Okay.
Right.
When can we expect to hear an album release? Do you have something slated, or is it just tentative right now?
It's tentative, man. We probably, and Barnett know about this. The recording process that we always use is you record to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So still looking for but I got a couple more special songs in me. So probably end of April. We that's the deadline for everything to be done. You know what I'm saying? All the artwork is done. We just really wait to finish the record. So we're gonna have it probably done by end of April. 2 or 3 weeks to mix, and then end of May, man, for real, be looking for. The name of the group is called Totally Dedicated. Mm-hmm. You can go to totallydedicated.net. You know what I'm saying? Check out some of the stuff from the album.
Okay.
Right. So you all also have some stuff that y'all posted on YouTube. Yeah, we got stuff on. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff on YouTube. You can type in Totally Dedicated on YouTube. We actually got I think we got a video on Reverb. A song we did called Zion. I think it's on Reverb. A song we did called Zion. Once the Haiti earthquake hit, man, you know what I'm saying, it hit me a little differently. My grandma is Haitian, you know what I'm saying? So, just, I wanted to do something, and just do, not just to do it just because of the situation, but, you know what I'm saying, it's, I just feel like, people need to be uplifted, and, whatever you could do, whether it's money or, you know what I'm saying, I did both money and I wanted to do something that was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, personal.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I could take you back in time for a minute and ask you about, where you first started perfecting your craft, which, was in the early 90s as part of the Bassment crew.
Right.
Can you just briefly tell us a little bit about what that whole experience was like for you?
Man, it was like, we always used to say it was like college.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, like a musical college, because what you had was, you had the dopest, everybody in the camp was dope at what they did, you know what I'm saying? So you might not be a dope writer, but you could sing, but you was around a dope writer, so you was able to, you know what I'm saying, upgrade your skills because of being around them, you know what I'm saying? You go from one room, you got Devontae in one room, you got Daryl Pearson in another room, you got Dalvin and Stevie J, you got Timberland in the room, and in all them rooms you still got Missy bouncing around, Genuine, Magoo, Sugar, Sister, and everybody just bouncing around. So it was just like a college, man.
Wow.
at college, man, and I learned. That's where we honed our skills at. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, when we first got with Devontae, we was just writing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But when we got with Devontae, the Basement, he was working on that last album, so he's spending a lot of time doing that, so which gave us a lot of free time to just mess around, you know what I'm saying, and learn how to produce and start writing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
You know, eventually, you know, everyone knows about the Playa days and everything, but one thing me as well as others always wondered about was your second album, which, you know, never was released. We're wondering, was it actually going to be titled Throwback Legendz? And can you confirm what your plans were for that album?
Man, the album was probably, and I'm going to be biased on this, you feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know, this is how I feel. Probably the dopest creative album, R&B album ever not to come out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of classics on that record. I mean, it was for us. It was about just getting that, really portraying, you know what I'm saying, our sound. You know what I'm saying? We had success with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, writing for Jenny Wine and Leah, different people, Nicole Ray, and different people. And it was, it's like can't nobody sing your songs better than you. You know what I'm saying? So for us, it was just like putting the face to the sound that at the time was all over the charts.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, let me ask you this, Black. I know a lot of people, when you listen to the Cheers album, which is a bona fide classic, you know, all over the world, you know, still you got people today that talks about that album. So when you listen to the Cheers album, the feel of the Throwback Legendz album is kind of different. Sound is different. Can you go into why, you know, the sound, it was the same, but still like the tracks that you all picked were different? But I should say, I think different. It was more, it was the first album, it's crazy, Barnett, because the first album, it seemed like we was always trying to prove ourselves, you know? So the first album, we was trying to prove ourselves as writers to our A&Rs and Def Jam, you know what I'm saying? And then the second album, the motivation was, you know how we was, that we felt like we was the dopest singers and, you know, the dopest R&B group in the business, so it was more geared towards showing people how dope we was, how dope we actually was, you know what I'm saying? So, right. You can hear the growth in the writing, and you can also hear the maturity, so it was just, you know, like from going from boys to men, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know, we always needed a challenge, and that was the challenge for us, was just to do something that we felt like could nobody do, but the sound, we wanted an authentic sound, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to, you know, when you put on a Marvin Gaye record, it just sounds like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a classic when the sound, you know what I'm saying? We was looking for that type of classic feel. We wanted somebody to feel like they had heard it before, but it was new, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, I mean, like Tim mentioned, I mean, me as well as others, we've had a chance to hear some unreleased songs from you guys over the years from Playa, but we don't know for sure what was going to appear on that album. But like Tim was mentioning, from the songs we've heard, it had sort of a different sound. You know, could you just mention some of the songs that, if you can, that were going to be on that album, if you recall?
Lust, Ride For Me, Your Girl, Gravy Train, Grateful, Don't Be a Stranger, Hollywood, We'll Meet Again, what about Meet Me Halfway? Meet Me Halfway. We had a song with Aaliyah. I don't think they know. The album was crazy, man. It's like, again, you can put it in now and it's still like it's not dated. You know what I'm saying? As far as the music and just the way the stuff was put together, man. So, I was just like, what's up?
Well, let me ask you this, Black, because you know I was blessed enough to be around through the whole process of making that album, and you know I know a lot of people, a lot of questions that we get, and I'm sure that you get, is what was the reason that you truly felt like that album never really got to see the light of day? And again, you can elaborate on how, you know, it's better. I feel comfortable as,
at this point, you know what I'm saying, at this point, you got to be able to speak honestly, you know what I'm saying? So I would say, I'm going to do it in 2 parts. I'm going to give, I say it was probably 70% our fault. And I'd say 30% management and label's fault. You know what I'm saying? Right. We control our own destiny, man. And in this industry, you get around a lot of people that you trust and that put in positions that, you know what I'm saying, that you trust them to do the right thing and to give you the right guidance and the information so you can make a good decision. And along with we was making a lot of money with this is writing, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, you know as well, Barnett, we was definitely focused on putting out that Playa record. And I just think, man,
and I think that's what a lot of people don't know and understand is that I know it was a lot of effort, even through, you know, the writing success that you all experienced. I know that it was a conscious effort on putting that Playa album out, and it was a lot of work being done on putting that album out.
Yeah, man. So I would, you know, 10 years ago, you probably asked me. 5 years ago, you probably asked me whose fault it was. I probably would have said something else. You know what I'm saying? But right now, to be totally honest, you know what I'm saying? We always control it. At the end of the day, you got a choice to do. You know what I'm saying? You got a choice, and we made some bad decisions for the group Playa, but that was good decisions for us individually. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like an athlete, man. You take 3 years off, man, and it's hard. It's hard. It's a fight trying to get back to the mainstream. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we ran out of time, and over the years, we got so frustrated, and it basically just, you know what I'm saying, it was time at that time to let it go. But definitely, the album was definitely something that we always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? But you leave one label, then you go to another, and you know, the legalities, man, you get caught up in, you know, different people's beefs and stuff. You know how it go, man, and you throw it all together, and that's definitely a recipe for not putting for the album not coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So that's basically what happened, man.
Yeah. And let me ask you about one of the songs you mentioned that was going to be on that album, which is Gravy Train. You know, Tim has given us some background about that song and, you know, the meaning behind it. But can we get your point of view on the meaning behind it and, you know, what took place in the studio when it was created?
Okay, the meaning behind it was Gravy Train, you know what I'm saying, was something that when we said that, you know what I'm saying, everything's Gravy Train, man, you know, it just meant everything was good, you know what I'm saying? It's a go. Everything is Gravy Train, you know what I'm saying? Tim might kind of be like, man, you know, what's popping? Is it good? Everything is gravy. It was just, you know what's crazy, man? Playa coined a lot of phrases that we should have trademarked. That we couldn't write. Right. Didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't thinking of it like that. We would say stuff and it would just flood through the streets, man. But we wasn't thinking of it like I could make some money off of it because it just was something that it was just how we normally, you know what I'm saying, talked. You know what I'm saying? So Gravy Train just meant that everything was good. Everything's gravy. You don't get no better than biscuits and gravy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the song came about in Australia, and they had a saying of no worries. And that was like out the Gravy Train. They saying there's no worries.
Yeah.
You know, no worries.
Mm-hmm.
And the Gravy Train was like, not the time we didn't mean that as an answer, but that's what it was. And it just, oh man, we was good at putting our life on paper, man.
Yeah.
And it was something that I was telling DJ Slam about this, Black, that I remember when we got back from Australia and it was Static, you, and myself. We went and had the meeting with Leor Cohen and Kevin Loud. And, you know, people in the music business, everybody know who those two people are. And we sat in that office and drank drinks and have a good time. And you remember the artist that they wanted to put on that album?
Ludacris. And we said no. And we said no. Now,
and this was right when Ludacris had the oil spill song, whatever that's called.
you know, well, no, you know what I'm saying, Ludacris is my dude, you know what I'm saying, I've been knowing him since the Hot 97 days in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, good friend, you know what I'm saying, but at the time, and I want the public to understand, man, we always had, this is the thing, you know what I'm saying, we always had a chip on our shoulder, so our reason for not putting Luda on that record wasn't because we didn't think Luda was dope and he would bring something else to the record. It was because we didn't want him to overshadow. You know what I'm saying? We always linked to somebody, whether it was Missy or Timbaland or Leah, and this was our opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, show the world that he matches up. You know what I'm saying? Versus, because it could easily turn into, you know how it go, man. It could easily turn into smash Ludacris, get a Ludacris song. You know what I'm saying? Gravy Train, Ludacris featuring Playa. You know what I'm saying? So we just, I mean, we didn't let them put him on the record. And another record that they wanted, that they were super crazy about, was a Rap for Me.
And just for the public record, when he's speaking about they was crazy about, he's talking about Def Jam Records, right? Def Jam and Leor and Kevin and all them.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin last heard Rap for Me and went crazy. You remember when we was in, Soundtrack Studios in New York? Yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin last heard that song, and, I mean, they practically begged us to give him that record. And again, cause we had a chip on our shoulder because of some things that happened on our previous album, you know what I'm saying? And it was because Def Jam was new to R&B, and, you know, we had management that had great success in R&B, so it was a constant pull. And again, we, you know, had the, you know what I'm saying, one of the most powerful men in the industry at the time, and still sitting in front of us, begging us for a record. And again, we said no. That's why I said, when you asked me why the record didn't come out, that's why I said 70% us, just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Because we had we had opportunities to put the record out, and then after we didn't give him Rap for Me, which another phrase we would have coined in R&B and hip hop, Puff Daddy and Us came out with I Need a Girl to Ride, and then, you know, happened like that.
And a lot of people don't know this, and then I know Slam got another question for you. I don't want to take away from the questions that Slam got for you, but I want the people to really understand. I remember one night we was in the studio, and I remember that the A&R that y'all knew from Sony or whatever brought Usher into the studio. And when y'all played Rap for Me, Usher was crazy about the song, and he wanted the song, and Playa was like, no, that's a Playa record. And so then, you know, you had 3 weeks later, a month and a half later, there's a song that Usher and Puffy them put out.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say nothing about that, Barnett, but I was going to be nice and keep the girls, you know, I would keep the girls and be nice. But definitely after I played him that record, it wasn't long before it was another Rap for Me record out, and he was on it. And, you know, whether or not he did it subconsciously or consciously, I know where he get that Rap for Me phrase from. But it's cool, man. It happens in business all the time. And again, it would never happen if we had handled our business. I'm not saying we wouldn't handle it business, but let me be the first to tell you. Can I say niggas?
Go ahead, man.
Well, I already said it. Niggas was eating. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It just was it was crazy, man. It was like, choose your poison. Either you want to be an artist or a writer, and as the public knows, you know, writing and producing is where you eat at, you know what I'm saying? So it was either look good and be broke and sound good, or nobody knows you sang the songs, or nobody gets to hear the demos of you doing the songs, but, you know, you listen good. So, you know what I'm saying, I had and got a wife and kids, so I had to be, you know what I'm saying, a businessman instead of an artist at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy. Okay. And then, from all the pictures and videos we've seen from you and Playa over the years, it always looked like you guys were having a lot of fun together. But, is there one moment to you that stands out as maybe you're having the most fun that you wish you can go back to, among all the others?
I mean, I can't really say a moment, but I guess if I had to pick something, because we never got the chance to all sing three together, sing as a trio again, would probably be the tour we did, the last tour we did. Was it 03?
04 maybe.
Yeah.
I would have to say that because that was the last time we performed, but again, man, I said for 15 to 20 years, man, me and Static, you know what I'm saying, and Smoke was together on a daily basis, so, I could go to the first check, I could go to the first time we had our song on the radio, I could go to, announcements of weddings and of children, you know what I'm saying, like, the list could go on and on. I mean, I had the pleasure, me and Smokey just did a show together for breast cancer. We performed this Playa for the first time, and since the tribute we did for Static, a couple of years ago. But just, I can't think of, if I think about music, I think about them, and that's probably why I still do it. You know what I'm saying? Other than because I know I was put here to do that, but that's one of the things that keeps me going and makes me feel close. So I'm always be Playa. So I'm always, in my gospel record. You know what I'm saying? My group, I got a picture with a shirt of me and Static. Like, it's gonna always be a part of me, and that's something that helps me still feel like, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like, I don't want to say close, because I'm always so close, but that's something that me and him shared is personal.
Mm-hmm.
The studio stuff. So anytime I'm in the studio or singing or doing anything musically, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely connected and bonded to Big Brother.
Yeah. Well, now you mentioned Smokey and, doing a performance with him. Do you see yourself ever collaborating with him in the future and releasing a project under Playa at all? Anything like that?
Man, that's something we've been going back and forth with over the last 2 years, and we get close, and then for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't happen. But I'm gonna go on record saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's something we've talked about again, and I think the show we did together made us both realize how special we are together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something that you can't deny. So I would never be opposed to doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna always be Playa. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always be Playa. I call my group the gospel Playa. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna always be associated with that, and I'm gonna always, that's something that I would never not want to do. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta be the right situation, and to what you said too on that, Black, just chiming in, I think that, and I had made this reference to people that I always felt like, personally, y'all was dope. Y'all dope as solo artists. But when it comes to Playa, again, I've been blessed enough to be on the road with these guys, and this is all over the world, different countries. The fan base is crazy. When you got Jagged Edge and Next, and you got Case, etc. All of these people that do R&B now, when B2K, all of these people have said they remember Playa. Right. All of them have, said, on the record when we've been there that, it's group Playa is what made me want to do this and want me to do that. So, I know that a lot of the fans, speaking on that question Slam just asked you, a lot of the fans are, that's the question. They want it. So I don't know. I mean, I quietly want it too, man. It's just, it will have to be the right situation, and it's, not the, you know what I'm saying? It just has to be the right situation. I don't think Smokey's opposed to it. Because I know you're not opposed to it, but, you know what I'm saying, it would have to be the right situation, man. Maybe if enough people chime in, hint, hint, maybe if enough people chime in, you know what I'm saying, we can make something happen, man, because, I definitely know together, as you say, you know what I'm saying, don't get it twisted. You know, and listeners or applauders, I'm not arrogant at all, you know what I'm saying, I'm a very humble brother if you know me, but I will say this, you know, I know I can code, you know what I'm saying, I know I can sing, you know what I'm saying, and I know Smokey sing, but I say that to say this, I know as good as we sing separately, we're that much doper together, so, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, you know what I'm saying, but again, it just has to be the right situation, man, but you know, if enough people make, you know, call in or blog in, it might be something that can be put together, man, because I think it's needed, man. I think it, at least, I feel like sometimes that's how you put closure on the whole situation. It needs to be probably something like that done, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
Well, Black, you know me. You know I ain't gonna give up on it. You know me, boy. I wait a couple weeks, a month or something. I'm gonna be calling both of y'all. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying.
We can hold you to that, Tim.
It's you know, I always share it with Slam them. I think that, you know, all three of y'all together, it was just something that was just special, and I think that, you know, I think it's gonna happen. Slam, you had another question for Black?
Well, I just want to say on behalf of the fans, Tim, we're going to hold you to that, calling everyone up and getting everything together, man. You know? But, Black, let me ask you now, what was your favorite Playa song, either an unreleased or a released song?
And
If you don't have one, you can give me a couple.
I know if I had to boil it down, it was a song, to prove it out, a song we did, and it was a song we did back when we was in the basement, and it was called To Prove It Out to You, and it's probably the dopest love song ever written, man. I mean, it was such a beautiful song, but something that everybody would know would probably be rap, and I'm gonna say rap for me just because when you hear rap for me, you think of something ghetto. But it was so far from that. It was a song that I feel like you could tell everybody, you could feel everybody's different experience of love in the record and how much they love their significant other in the record. And you could just, you know what I'm saying, like, when I hear it now, I get goosebumps. But the list goes on and on, man. You know, Gravy Train, Cheers to You, Top of the World, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of no song that we did that I didn't like or wasn't like one of my children, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're all pretty special, man. Wow. Don't Be a Stranger.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Don't Be a Stranger. It's cold too. So if y'all ain't heard it, y'all need to check that out.
Yeah.
It's the epitome of what we was trying to, when we said Throwback Legendz, the epitome of what we was trying to get across with that song right there.
Yep. Cool. And now, if we could, I'd like to talk a little bit about Static, you know, because you know, we've conducted, you know, many interviews with friends and family, and you know, they've shared many memories with us of Stephen Ellis Garrett. I'd just like to have, you know, if you can share with us, you know, because you were around him for so long, just share some memories with us, you know, Stephen Ellis Garrett as the man.
When you ask me, when you say something like that, the thing that pops in my head, like, above all others is, I started coaching Little League football, and, you know, so we always support each other's kids, and went to the games and stuff, and, it was my son Rabin's first game, and I mentioned it to him, and I actually forgot to remind him, you know what I'm saying, so I wasn't able to catch him, and I wasn't able to talk to him. I think he was on his way back. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't able to even leave a message. But I'm on the sideline, and I look up, and here comes Static. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? That's another moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It let me know that he loved me. You know what I'm saying? Not for me. You know what I'm saying? He's a busy dude. You know what I'm saying? Not only was he a super producer, writer, he's a husband, a father, brother, a friend. So when you got that many hats going on, and so many different things pulling at you, you know what I'm saying? For him to think, only have to hear it one time and remember, it just meant a lot to me. It meant, you know what I'm saying? It just meant a lot, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the most caring things he could have did for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't that it was a big game or anything. It was just a little 5-year-old first football game, but he was there. You know what I'm saying? He was there for me. So that's one of the moments, one of the memories of Stephen Evans Garrett, just talking about his compassion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Another one would be, just to know Steve, man, he was a standoffish kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? So I was Tim Barnett, he'll tell you about this too. We was the liaison to a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, like, it was like a buffering system, and it wasn't something we said, okay, let me you talk to him, make sure he's straight. But if we wasn't feeling you, he wasn't feeling you, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, he wasn't feeling you first. You know what I'm saying? So, he was just a good dude, man, you know what I'm saying? If you knew him, he was at his best in the studio, you know what I'm saying? If you could see him in the studio, you know that's where he was meant to be. You know, you see Michael Jordan on the basketball court, you say, yeah, dude was meant to have a basketball, you see?
Yeah.
The dude was meant to be in front of that board, you know what I'm saying? So, my greatest moments was him watching him light up when he had when the idea would come. You know what I'm saying? It'd be at 4:30 in the morning, we ready to go home. Dead time. You know what I'm saying? We walking out the door. And then something would just click. We'll be there at 7, 8 o'clock the next morning, you know what I'm saying? But we spent a lot of time like that, man, and it was nothing that we couldn't tell each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's one of the things I miss about him the most. You know what I'm saying? He was my dartboard, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I threw a lot of stuff at him, and he would, you know what I'm saying? And his point of view on a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I took that, you know what I'm saying, to the highest regard. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think I miss him the most. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there. I got video and music, and definitely I miss the conversations, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just the conversation we would have, and his point.
Yeah.
That's the memories I have, you know what I'm saying? I always have the musical memories, but, you know, the ones that ain't about music is the ones that stick out the most, you know what I'm saying? Just the little stuff he would say, you know what I'm saying? Hearing him, is Barnett to learn?
Tim.
Hearing him suck on his teeth, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Just that little stuff like that you know what I'm saying? Just the little stuff you take for granted, you know what I'm saying? Just the stuff I miss, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It gets a little easier, it gets a little, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get all sentimental on y'all and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you know what I'm saying? You don't realize how much a part of your life somebody is until they're gone, and, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've had 2 years to realize how much I was linked to him even beyond music.
Yeah. Well. Okay. And you know, from your point of view, what would you like to see done to honor his legacy in the future?
Man, you know what, man? You know what I'm saying? And y'all know this. I'm not one of the guys, and I'm not one of the people that's always on the internet. I don't really share a lot with the people. It's not because I'm not don't love Blues. That's one of his nicknames, Blues. It's more because just personal feelings, man. But I would love for, you know what I'm saying, him to have a day, you know what I'm saying, in our city. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's one of the icons of the city, man. A lot of stuff that he's done, nobody ever do, but nobody has done yet, you know what I'm saying? So we find all kind of ways to award somebody with a day.
Yeah.
With a day.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would be something we could do, tribute album or some type of program for the kids. I don't know, man. I just feel like he should be a part of the fabric of the city and the state.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be biased on that because that's my dude, but you know what I'm saying? If you listen to anybody's music, you know what I'm saying, the melodic styles that everybody's doing now, well, nobody's doing that until we start doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, I would love to see him. And right before he passed, it's crazy. He was on the brink of starting to get, you know what I'm saying, what we all felt like he deserved. You know what I'm saying? Notoriety industry-wise. So, I mean, we can start at a lot of different places. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely is something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hopefully the fans agree with me. Something needs to be done in his honor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's careers, you know what I'm saying, producers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to tell it, you know what I'm saying? You always see the producers, but they get the most credit, but without them words, it's just the instrumental.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the right guy to ask on that one, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely think something needs to be done because, if you go back over the last 10 years, man, you know, he got a string of #1 hits that's embedded in the musical, you know what I'm saying, fabric and that tapestry, you understand what I'm saying? So, I mean,
yep.
Something need to be done, though.
Yeah.
But if they don't, you know what I'm saying, on the 25th and the 11th of November, the 25th of February, March 1st, you know, it's going to always be something going down. You know what I'm saying? It's to be a Louisville for Big Bruh. So, if nothing else, we're going to always cherish him and love him, and we're going to always hold him up and keep the legacy going.
Yep. Definitely. And one thing us as fans we would like to see is his album get released someday, Supper Time. You know, have you had a chance to hear any of the songs, and do you have any favorites?
Yeah, I don't even know. One of my favorites is I Believe.
Yeah.
Okay, I Believe, and it's a genius written song, man. He wrote it. The way he wrote it, man, it's so dope, you know what I'm saying? But it's an uplifting song, you know what I'm saying? And what was the one song? His album was dope, man. Coffee, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dope songs on it. I actually heard pretty grapevine. It's something that they might get, a couple of them might be getting ready to be released on somebody else's album.
Yeah.
So, but probably I Believe would be my favorite song off the album, just because it's a working man song, and he wrote it 2 or 3 years ago. But again, I said earlier that we've been ahead of our time. It's like it fits right now. It's something that needs to be heard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I had a chance to hear a song you did with him called "If You Don't Call." I believe you released it on one of your mixtapes a few years back. I like that song. Just tell me a little bit about how you guys made that one, you and Static.
Man, you know what? I would call Static, and I would be like, because I know he's so busy, so I had to call him and put him in the box. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to call put you in the box, because you're in a situation where you can maneuver. You know what I'm saying? So I would always call for that particular song. I was doing a mixtape called Orange Streets, Volume 1, and when just because they didn't see me with Bleed, it was a lot of speculation of beef or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But the time, what I could tell you is, I just got back in church, and I just was trying to just find me. You know what I'm saying? Still talk to boy every day, but the speculation. So I wanted to do a record just so everybody can really see that had nothing changed, you know what I'm saying? So we did that record, and then just again, I mean, anytime we in the studio, it's second nature. He might come, like, he would already know what I would be thinking, or I would already know what he'd be thinking, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like putting a puzzle together with your best friend, you know?
Yeah.
And we also did another song together called Cut Tonight, and again, it was one of the days I could call Brown, but like, yeah, I'm in the West End. I'm like, man, I'm in the studio. I need you. He came through and did his thing.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And another one, you mentioned it earlier for the Playa album, Halfway. You know, you and Static were on there. Tell me about that one a little bit.
It's funny, man, because everybody thinks I wrote that song, and I didn't write that song. Mm-hmm. Lee wrote that song, but you would think I wrote it because he had my life almost better than I probably could have painted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he, again, knows me, you know what I'm saying, better than probably anybody, you know what I'm saying? So, he wrote that song as if I wrote it, and it, you know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of times I listened to it, and I'm like, you sure ain't like that? Like, it was such a picture of my life, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, it felt like I wrote it, but it was just, I was telling him, bro, I want a solo song, bro. I want you to write. He was like, well, let's write one together. I want you to write it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get a picture from me. And that was another thing, like I think about it, you know what I'm saying? It was written about me and my wife. And that was another, now I think about it, was another thing, how much he loved me and respected my, you know what I'm saying, my relationship, the way he painted that picture of us just being like, you know, down and dirty for each other, you know what I'm saying, type of love, you know, like, you know, if you down, you know, she's still that type of thing, you know what I'm saying, so he wrote that like I wrote it, man. That's another dope song that you have to put on the internet that should be out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, again, that song, Rap For Me, was all written around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we would go in different stages, or like we don't do nothing but ballads this time. Or we'll go through our hood stage, we'll do nothing but hood songs this time, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a blessing to be able to turn those different hats on whenever you wanted to.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much, that's all I had prepared. Is Tim still on here?
Yeah, actually, I just came back, man.
Okay.
I'm scheduling a couple different meetings, but I know Slam, you pretty much hit it. And, like, you know, I think that the magical thing about Playa has been, it's the reason Slam and I are even on the phone right now. And I think that that's what Playa was able to do with their music, and what you all have been able to do collectively is bring people from all over the world together to share a common bond, you know, a common thing. So you know me, I always appreciate you taking the time out.
That's all I love. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Born there, that's my dude, that's my brother. I thank y'all, I thank you, I thank everybody, the bloggers, the listeners, however it's going down. I thank y'all for thinking enough of us and the fact that y'all appreciate our music and what we've done, man. You know, that's you know what I'm saying. That's why I can have no regrets about nothing that's happened, because I'm still being talked about. I'm saying I'm still, you know what I'm saying, like, so. You know, I just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, that we was able to do something that maybe touched somebody, you know what I'm saying, and I say I love you to the fans, and you're looking out for the Totally Dedicated. If you ain't go to totallydedicated.net, new gospel albums, inspirational. The name of the album is Contemporary, so it's not just your everyday gospel thing, you know what I'm saying, but it's definitely inspirational, you know what I'm saying, so, you know what I'm saying, go check it out, continue to support Play. And also, Black, you know, I'm sorry I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want you to know, like, any way that we can feed, like, through our blog, because we've got probably, Slam, over 2,000 unique visitors a day coming out, you know, and that's just, you know, right now, you know, Cal, and then there's, I'm sorry, like Slam, we got another guy by the name of Buddha, who puts in, you know, most of the work, who kind of lays the foundation, so shout out to Buddha, another guy named Damu. He's, you know, we up to 3, 4 in the morning U.S. time, you know, talking and working and seeing how
people really what they want, and that's more of what you do. So, if as far as the gospel album, anything that we can do, as far as songs you might want us to post, videos you might want us to post, we can put a link to your site onto our blog site. Any of that stuff that we can help you do, we here for you to help. Okay, that's what's up, man. Again, y'all keep listening, man. Keep blogging in, man. It takes special people, man, to do stuff. You know what I'm saying, that you don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has to be nice. You know what I'm saying? So, right. I appreciate again, y'all, what y'all doing, man. And Slam, man. You can go. It's a song called Zang. It's the Haiti song, man. It's on my Total Dedicated Facebook page.
Okay.
Check it out. It's a video with it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can put a link to that, man. That's something that you know what I'm saying. If you're feeling bad, it's just a song that if you're feeling bad, you know what I'm saying, it makes you feel better, man. But right. If y'all have nothing else, man, I say I love y'all. Slam, keep doing what you're doing. If you need me, you hit me on this number. Hit me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all. I love Static, man. That's what it's all about, man. Spread the love. Right. Cool. Black, man. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Love you, nigga. All right, boy. Love you too, nigga. One love. One.
Peace.